Hey everyone, this is Andy from GizChina, and today we're lucky enough to go hands-on with Xiaomi's first tablet, the Mi Pad. Specifications include a 7.9-inch 2048 by 1536 retina display, Nvidia Tegra K1 quad-core 2.2 GHz processor, 2 GB of RAM, either 16 or 64 GB of internal memory with a 128 GB SD memory card slot, 8 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front, both have f2.0 apertures, which is really impressive for an Android tablet. We've got a 6700 mAh battery in here too, MIUI version 5 based on Android 4.4.2, and we've also got Wi-Fi 802.11 dual band. Like all Xiaomi products, the Mi Pad comes in a plain cardboard box with the Mi logo on the top right hand corner. There isn't really much on here except the specifications on the rear, which we've already shown you. The lid is very tight. It's a really durable, solid box, and once we manage to pull the top off, we get to look at the Mi Pad for the first time. So here we have the Mi Pad 7.9-inch retina display, very similar design to the iPad mini except for the Mi logo in the top left hand corner. And in the top here we've got a 5 megapixel front-facing f2.0 camera and capacitive buttons along the bottom which do light up. This is the white version, which is the only color currently available. We've got an 8 megapixel f2.0 on the rear, 3.5mm headphone jack in the top, and dual speakers at the bottom. There's the Mi logo again, and a micro USB in the very base for charging and file transfer. If we take a look at the left-hand side of the device, we've got a tray. This is not for a SIM, but it's actually for a micro SD card of up to 128 gigabytes. If we have a look around onto the right-hand side, we've got a power button and a volume rocker, and these are in the same position as you'd find on a Xiaomi phone or any other Xiaomi handheld device. Let's take this plastic cover off and have a look at the tablet au naturel. The display is very smooth. There's no protector on the display when you buy the Mi Pad, so this is something that you might want to order separately. Nice glossy rear, feels quite kind of chunky in your hand and comfortable. Not too heavy, very easy to type on from either the portrait or landscape modes. This nice display really will lend itself very well to composing emails, browsing the web, watching movies, or even gaming. Before we carry on looking at the device, let's see what else we've got in the box. So inside here we've got a charger. Now this is obviously from China, so we've got the Chinese plug here. An EU adapter did come with the Mi Pad when it arrived this morning. Also in the box, if we just pop the charger to one side, we have a small booklet. Now inside here we've got an ejector tool for the micro SD card slot. And beneath that we also have a small booklet. Now this is all in Chinese. This is your warranty card, instruction manual and other things. But being an Android device, it's all quite easy to use. Also in here, if we just open up this small package, is the USB data cable. Just your standard black USB data cable. And that's it. There's nothing else in the box. That's it. So let's take a look at the Mi Pad in action now. Let's hope there's enough juice in the 6700 mAh battery to turn it on. Just press and hold the power button and the Mi logo should appear. There it is. Now the Mi Pad is running Android 4.4.2, MIUI version 5, so it should be very similar to the Mi 3 and the Redmi. And as you can see, as it's booting up, we've got the powered by Android logo on here too, so it all follows Google's new Android rules. And there you go, we've got the capacitive buttons lighting up too, and these are really nice and bright with no leakage of the light at all. Here you go, the lock screen. You can see I've got no internet at the moment, but our Wi-Fi is being fixed. We've got the Wi-Fi signal there, the time, the date, and sliding up will unlock the device. Already it looks really almost the same as the iPad mini, except those capacitive buttons and a slightly different UI. Some nice widgets here, calendar, nice and smooth, scrolling from one screen to the next. We can add different events here, and it's all in English. The English translation is pretty good too, not much Chinglish in there. This calculator widget doesn't expand, it's just a small little calculator that you can use on screen as it is. Obviously this is not taxing the Tegra K1 2.2 GHz processor or 2 gigabytes of RAM. Music player, there is no music on the device, so we can't listen to that at the moment. And we've got this little note app too. And this is really nice little app. You can type out your notes, add attachments, take photos, and this is the 8 megapixel f2.0 rear camera. Quickly snap a photo and save it in a document. Really great, productive little tool, the Mi Pad. Let's take a look at the rest of the UI. We've got the regular MIUI camera app here, settings, contacts, and we've even got Google Play, which has been installed for us. It doesn't come as default on the Mi Pad. Swiping down from the top brings up our notification area, and as you can see we've got toggles and a brightness adjuster here. If I've been sent messages or an email, or if I had notifications, obviously these would be here also. An additional settings area here lets us toggle through other settings. So if you're used to MIUI on any device, the Mi 3, Mi 2S, Hongmi, Redmi, you're not going to find any real surprises here. If we look at the settings, it looks a lot like the settings panel on an iPad mini running iOS. We've got some specifications here. It tells us that the Nvidia Tegra processor is in here, the amount of RAM and memory, and other bits and bobs. The MIUI developers have done a really good job of transferring MIUI from the phone to a tablet. It works really well, and it looks great too. Contacts, we can add our installed contacts from our Google accounts. We've also got some other applications here. We've got the Mi Cloud, obviously the clock download area, and a file manager, so we can go through all our files. As already mentioned, it's all really similar. If you're used to Xiaomi phones, you're going to have no problem using the Mi Pad at all. Apps all run in the background, but we can close them one by simply flicking each card away, or we can hit this button at the bottom and that will clear the RAM completely. There's also a search bar in here too. Hitting on that will open up the keyboard, and this will allow us to search system-wide. We can search through applications, contacts, music, and from your settings you can choose what you want to search through and what you don't want to search through. Typing on the Mi Pad is really comfortable, and we've even got our little icons here too, so we can spice things up a little bit while typing. Just as MIUI is no surprise, the speed of the Mi Pad is no surprise either. That Tegra K1 processor and 2 gigabytes of RAM really handles everything well. And as you can see, scrolling from one page to the next, really simple. Opening the camera app is really fast, and snapping away those pictures, they're focused, caught, saved really quickly. We've also got some different settings in the camera app. We've got a skin tone setting or a beautification mode here. Can also add filters, different filters to the pictures. This all handled really quickly. There's no stutters or slowing down at all. And we've also got a front-facing camera, and this is the 5 megapixel front camera. There I am. There's my bike, and we can take some photos with this too. And if we want, we can use the beautification mode to change my skin tone. Going into the gallery, we can take a look at those photos. This is the beautification photo, a regular photo, and these are the photos we took with the rear just now. So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed our unboxing and brief hands-on with the Xiaomi Mi Pad. As you can see, it's a really impressive little device, very powerful, got lots of potential, and we really can't wait to put it through its paces in a full review. If you keep an eye out on GizChina, we'll be posting links where you can buy the Mi Pad now outside of China, and we'll also have a camera shootout, hands-on videos, and more of the Mi Pad. So keep your eyes peeled, and see you all soon. Bye-bye.